Okay, here we are. Hi, everybody. Good morning, one and all from around the world. It's your buddy, Uncle Bruce. How are you? It's Friday. Yeah, man, it's Friday. Friday, January the 5th, 2024. Welcome to the Party Pals. We're all here. We're going to watch and see what happens. I just noticed that the job report number came out and it was hotter than anticipated. All the experts, those people, the top people, all the top people were saying 160, 170, 180,000 jobs would be created. And they're all wrong. It's 200 plus thousand. Again, the US economy is, they can't measure it. The pros, these people who get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and up, okay, top dollar for top people, they're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. They're wrong. All of these so-called market experts that have been yelling now for 3 months that it's a done deal. The interest rates are going to plummet because the Federal Reserve is going to cut interest rates as soon as they can. Even though the Fed thinks it might be 3 cuts, and that's going to be 6 cuts. Oh yeah, we're going to have 6. You have rate cuts when economies slow down, when economies need help, when economies are going into a recession. That's not happening in the United States of America. The American job market is very robust, and the American job market, the Canadian job market, the need for employees is unbelievable, and nobody wants to admit this. I mean, they go, well, yeah, you're right, but let's talk about something else. They don't want to talk about it because talking about the fact that there are jobs begging for people to take them at all income levels. I mean, we've got jobs out there in the minimum wage area. There are jobs in the middle area, and there are jobs in the nice middle class, upper middle class area, and then there are jobs begging at that high skill levels, and there just aren't enough takers in North America to fill all the slots. And it's a simple answer why. I'm going to guess. I think it's a simple answer why. Because the big boy in North America, that's not Canada. We've got more land, but the big boy is America, and America can't get its act together at the political level. Simple as that. All the hatred, all the vile, the vitriol, all the attacks, all the garbage that 99.9% of you don't want to be happening is happening. And at the end of the day, the clown show in Washington, nothing gets done. And so the United States falters and wobbles. And despite these guys and girls, despite these morons at the highest level of government, the United States people just keep soldiering on. It's incredible. Not surprising because Americans, Canadians, we got our act together. We as a people are great. We're hardworking. We want to succeed. We want to grow our wealth. We want to, you know, look after our families. We want to succeed. Politicians want to fight, and they want to win arguments that are meaningless to the big picture. The big picture is, can I find a job that pays me enough money to pay my bills, feeds my family, keeps us in a reliable vehicle, the house is maintained and running and is hopefully appreciating. I'm saving for retirement. I can help my children become, decent people. That's the important thing. That's it. That's the whole plan. The whole plan is for Canadian and American and other families to just be better off. And they don't give a crap about this issue, this issue, this. These aren't the top 5 issues in their lives. There are the zealots out there who have other agendas and want all of us to conform to their view of their perfect world. And most of us are going, piss off. We don't want anything to do with you people. I don't want anything. I don't. You're not telling me how to live my life. I was informed. I thought I heard that all men are created equal. I thought that was kind of one of the first lines of what the Constitution that everyone seems to quote, and yet apparently I'm not equal to you because what you think and what I think apparently is inferior. What I think is inferior to what you think. Really, I don't see that anywhere in writing. I don't remember signing up to that deal. Anyway, welcome to the ranting Canadian. Look, we're down here on the Dow, 79 points. We're down 10 on S&P. We're down 38 on Nasdaq. Is it a rout? No. Is it a bloodletting? No, it's not at all. Crude oil's up 96 cents. Is this a $100 crude on the way? No, we're at 73 bucks a barrel. It's a nothing burger. There's oil and gas everywhere. A Canadian and a Mexican and American oil companies and employees and people who run these companies, hardworking, trying to get ahead financially in their world, people, and they're generating oil out of the ground, which is difficult to do and is very technical nowadays to do, and it's being done. And between Canada, the U.S., and Mexico, so much oil is coming out of the out of the surface, out of the Earth's surface. It's incredible. And the OPEC guys are becoming weaker and weaker and more dysfunctional all the time because they're not as much of an influence anymore. There was a time when I was a young man that OPEC would control 66% of the world market. That those guys sneezed funny and markets would go ballistic. Not anymore. They're down to 32% influence on the market now and still waning. By the way, still waning. They talk the talk, they don't walk the walk. By the way, we're getting updates now on the markets. We're down 173 on the Dow, we're down 22 on S&P, we're down 94 on Nasdaq. The numbers are now being filtered through here, but the jobs growth, 216,000 positions added last month, way above expectations. Good 40, 50, 60,000 more than a lot of people thought it would be. So there you have it. The oil patch in the Middle East, you would be appalled if you were to really study what's going on over there. There are countries over there burning oil to create electricity, and the pollution standards are woefully inadequate. It's laughable. They are polluting the world with their filthy product, and telling us how we should live our lives. It's incredible. The sad story is really that we depend on energy from tyrants who use our money from this energy to build weapon systems and create havoc around the world. And there's a couple of skyscrapers in New York City that aren't there anymore to kind of quote one event that happened, and you can trace that back to oil money. How do you think these folks can travel around the world as they do? There are countries in the Middle East that are desperate to produce as much oil as possible to then spread their vision of their worldview on the rest of the planet, whether we want to hear about it or not. And they'll use bullets and missiles and guidance systems and whatever to do it. And where are they getting it from? The Western countries of the world, who are the biggest producers of armaments on the planet. And that's the bottom line. We have to admit this to ourselves, that we as North Americans have a wonderful standard of living because we produce really smart bullets, really, really effective weapons. From guns to machine guns to rocket launchers to missile systems to you name it, drones and everything else. We're damn good at this stuff. And the reality is that what is this for? This is used to kill people. That's what it's for. It's used to wipe the enemy off the face of the earth. And sometimes the enemy changes. Second World War, the enemies were some Europeans. The First World War, the enemies were mainly Europeans. The Third World War, you tell me who it's against. Do you see what's going on out there? I do. I'm kind of figuring out who's on whose side. It ain't pretty, is it? No, it's not. But in the meantime, we're just trying here to get ahead. and make it work for us. And the clown show in Ottawa, in Canada, the clown show in Washington, D.C., I'm sure there's a clown show happening in Mexico City. There's certainly clown shows happening all over South America. There are unbelievable clown shows happening in every capital city in Africa and in Europe and in Asia. The clown shows continue, and it's a minority of people that are elected to very high positions. We're talking less than 0.0001% of the world's population are at these elevated levels of authority who are screwing it up, and we don't do anything about it. We kind of work around them and try to just get by and keep going. That's where it is. And unfortunately, there are billions of people who are underneath these morons and can't get out from under them because of the authoritarian way they run their show. And where we are, we attempt to not get caught in that trap. And so there you go. Option writers, welcome to the show. You have to be aware of this kind of stuff, but thankfully you have a weapon in your back pocket that you can use to avoid getting caught in a trap that many, many billions of people are stuck in, and that is poverty. You have a way to stay out of there and to stay well ahead of poverty, and that is called learning how to write options. And I don't want to blow my own horn. I'm just promoting you guys. Those of you who are here, almost every single one of you, you're either option writers already and have been for a while now, or you've joined this channel in the last few months, in the last year, and you want to become an option writer and you want to join the party. And I can't blame you for wanting to do that, because we around here, the viewers around here, don't mind markets that go up. They don't mind markets that go down. They don't even mind markets that just stay flat for a while. They make money no matter what, because the market tells the viewers of this channel what to do next. Whereas everywhere else out there, whether you're in the garment business, the shoe business, the car business, the real estate market, the grocery business, into food, restaurant, whatever your work line is, whatever you are familiar with, you're all looking for the next opportunity to make money. Here, the followers of this channel, they just let the market tell them what to do next, because they let the market figure it out. And then they act accordingly to what the market is telling them is going on. And that's how they make money here. There really is very little guessing going on around this channel. Not a lot of guessing at all. It's just reactive. And for some of you, that's not what you're used to. You're used to being a proactive person. I'm a go-getter. I get stuff done. I come up with ideas. Well, we do come up with a lot of ideas here, but the ideas that we come up with are in reaction to what's happening in the marketplace, because the stock market is constantly changing directions and flow and feelings and vibes and all this sort of stuff. And so around here, we kind of figure out ways to take advantage of those movements and those vibrations. That's the secret here. We don't look for finding one stock that's going to be at a penny today and going to be at $1 million tomorrow. We just know that is not a feasible way of reliably making any money in the market. Too many years of tears and sorrow and losses have been experienced by viewers of my channel and every other YouTube channel, I'm sure. But around here, we take a different approach, and that's just what we've been taking advantage of now since I started mentioning the option thing to you guys in probably March, April, May of 2021 and beyond. There are people out there who don't watch anymore, who used to be here when I went on the air originally, actively in January 2021. In 2021, this channel, I was in front of a computer, not necessarily this exact model, but shortly this model came into play. And I talked about GameStop and all the meme stocks and what was happening in the stock market at that time. And I was desperately trying to convey to the audience at that time, some of you, the audience were you folks, but many of the audience at the time are not here anymore. They were looking for a solution and answers to questions like, what is an order? what is a market order? What's a limit order? Why do stocks go up? Why do they go down? What do you think it's going to do tomorrow? I was getting such basic one-on-one questions 3 years ago. It was not shocking to me. I was completely expecting that because the SEC has completely abandoned the retail investor. No matter what they claim, no matter what they say, no matter what they intimate in a press conference, they have completely abandoned the small retail investor. And when I say small, I mean less than $250,000. Because if you haven't got $250,000 or $500,000, you cannot get in the front door of many of the firms, the largest banking firms in this country, in the US or Canada anymore. You're not welcome. The only place you're welcome to come into are the platform trading centers where you open an account using this or your laptop and you do everything yourself and you virtually don't talk to a human being. You virtually do not have to talk to a single human being to open up a brokerage account, a margin account, an options trading account. It's almost not required anymore. When I was a stockbroker back in the late 70s and the 80s and the 90s, the paperwork that I had to go through to get you approved for an account would make your head spin today. You wouldn't believe it. You would rebel and go, "Oh, I'm not giving you all that information." Well, today, investors around the world willingly give away their life story to an online questionnaire to open up an account in 5 minutes. And within 5 or 10 minutes, you can be literally sitting on an account that's ready to go. You can fund it within hours through electronic transfer, and you can start trading stock. The SEC has walked away from the oversight of individual investors' needs and concerns and rights. And they have completely gone over to the big bankers, the huge investment firms that get these licenses to do what they do. And these folks, their loyalties are not with you. And why should they be with you? Because you are a nothing burger to these people. They're only interested in the very wealthy, and they're only interested in the huge institutional accounts that number in the millions by now, hundreds of thousands, I'm certain, around the world. There are private hedge funds out there that are worth anywhere from 50 million to $50 billion each. And they're run by actors like dictators' wives and boyfriends and girlfriends and associates and friends and family members. They're run by all kinds of corrupt government officials in third world type countries that take Western aid money and then just throw it into the market through hedge funds. Oil money through OPEC members, royal so-called royals that are a royalty of Banana Republic type countries who rape and pillage their country's people for everything they've got. There's that. Then there are legitimate wealthy people, sure, yeah, and then corporations, banks, institutions like insurance companies, and on it goes. The brokerage business of the United States and Canada and Europe live for volume and turnover and action. They're bookies. If you ever watch the movie Trading Places, in the simplest form of what investment bankers are, they are licensed bookies. They're licensed to take bets. They make money whether you make money or lose money, because chances are one of their clients is winning and another one of their clients is losing, and they're both doing transactions, and the bookie makes money on the action. It's as simple as that. It's called running the casino. There's a gazillion slot machines out there with every conceivable possible wager you can make. I'm so excited. It'll make your head spin. And the top echelon of these outfits, and there are hundreds around the world, the top echelons all have access to private jets and the finest wines and the best steakhouses in the world and the finest vacation resorts, you name it. The best the planet has to offer, these folks enjoy it. And it's thanks to you and your hard work that they keep going. And the SEC has made it all possible because they have lowered the standards to which how you are protected and serviced as an investor. And so it's up to you. It comes all back to you guys. Those of you who found me, I don't know how you found me, but you found me and you're here. It's a limited time offer that you got me because I'm 68. I'm not going to be here 50 more years. You found me. I'm one of those guys that can be on the air at this advanced ancient age of 68 and still be lucid enough to talk to you about what's going on. And a whole bunch of my coworkers that worked with me, and especially the brokers that inspired me when I was a young broker, the guys that were 20 years older than I was when I joined the business, they're all gone. And that's the shame of it. The loss to this world of brokers and investment advisors that were forced out of the business by the loosey-goosey SEC and the Canadian Securities Commission and all the other regulators in the world that bought in to the investment bankers' narrative and argument that we should get rid of all these mom and pop brokerage firms and just have a dominant big investment market that is for the good of the country and investments. Governments are so addicted to borrowing money to pay for their bills, like deficit spending. Who do they turn to? The investment bankers. What do the investment bankers do? You make it easy for us to raise money for you, to keep the government funded by letting us off the hook with all these regulations that these hundreds of millions of people demand. It's ridiculous. Why should a $10,000 investor get the same kind of treatment that a $100 million investor gets? Makes no sense. And so the government, these agencies just sooner or later caved and were told by their bosses, the politicians, to back off and don't interfere with the big time brokers anymore. And that's why you don't see congressional hearings every week about abuses by the investment bankers. You don't see it. They're never called to the carpet. These people who are running these committees, they're bankrolled by the very investment bankers they're supposed to be looking over. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to do a damn thing. So you're on your own. So coming back to the bottom line, you're here with me because you have to find a place to go to figure out a way to make money in this market. And you've joined this channel. You've found this family of incredible people here. You've joined, many of you become members so you can join these people all the time. And you found an ear, you found an individual that understands what small investors have to go through these days to try to help you get ahead. And the one area left, the one area left where you have a shot at making money is where you can play the same game that the big boys are playing. And as funny as it sounds, as unbelievable as it sounds, the big brokerage firms and hedge and investment bankers of the world, they need retail investors as well as institutions to make it work. That's the shocker of it all. Because here is the thing. 50 years ago, if you wanted to buy a pair of Levi blue jeans, they were made in the United States of America with American cotton and American labor in American factories, sold through American stores, retail shops, purchased by American kids who are now 67 years old, by the way. Remember Woodstock? Today, Levi jeans, they're not made in America. They're not made with American cotton. They're not made with American labor. They're virtually sold online by Chinese and other foreign entities. Yeah, you can buy Levi's in stores. Sure you can, but you can buy them off-site as well. It's called the race to the bottom. The Levi people figured out we can't have factories in the United States anymore. It's just too expensive for us to produce our jeans in America when all the other jeans around the world are produced in the third world, like Bangladesh and Pakistan and other countries, India, where the labor laws are virtually non-existent. The factory guys who run these factories over there can abuse the crap out of their employees, and they can't complain to anyone because the government in charge of that country is run by a military junta. You're going to complain to the general about how badly you're being treated at the factory? I don't think so. And so the cost per jean and the cost per sweatshirt, the cost per t-shirt, the cost per toque, your mittens, your boots, your gloves, everything we wear, the cost to produce this stuff went down, down, down. But miraculously, phenomenally. Pair of Levi jeans. Have you priced a pair of Levi jeans in the last 2 years? Just out of idle curiosity? Can you buy a pair of Levi jeans for $9.99? Because they're made for 99 cents a pair, buck 99 max. They're not available for you for $9.99 a pair. You're still paying Western world prices as if Levi's were produced in Tennessee or Kentucky or wherever the hell they were made back in the 60s and 70s. You're still paying Western prices for all of your clothing. Now, yes, we can go to Walmart and we can buy that cheap Chinese made, Bangladeshi made clothing. Yeah, and it's $11.99, $12.99, $14.99, $19.99 for outfits and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but it only costs 25 to 50 cents a piece to make. The race to the bottom is on. And now in the brokerage business, we've done the same thing. All the mom and pop brokerage firms have been eliminated from existence. All the brokers that were part of these organizations, the millions of advisors that were helping millions and millions and millions and millions of investors have all been let go. We all aged out, and we all were eviscerated because they stopped hiring new brokers in the mid 80s, late 80s. They didn't hire brokers anymore. They didn't need them. And mom and pop brokerage firms were acquired. Regional brokerage firms were acquired by bigger players. And then the bigger players reorganized the entire outfit. And maybe 1/10 of the employees of that company that got bought up were kept on. And the only reason they were kept on is so that they and their clients would come on into this firm with a 5-year non-compete clause. In other words, they signed a 5-year contract when they got bought out. They got a big check to take a hike. They got 20% up front, and they were getting 20% a year for 5 years. And at the end of the 5th year, they got all their money, and guess what? Get out. And now they're gone. And their clients now are all owned by the big firm. And they had 5 years to convince the clients to stay with the big firm. That's how the game worked. Time and time and time again. And all the small brokers were yelling at the top of their lungs at their politicians and their overseers, the SEC and the Securities Commission in Canada. All of these mom and pop brokerage firms are saying we're being annihilated by the big banks. It's unfair competition. Our clients are getting screwed. And the SEC said, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. We have other priorities. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. We'll oversee the big boys. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And all the firms disappeared. And here we are today, where you are looking for a place to go where you can make money in the market. And all you're being given by the big investment houses are these little apps on this thing. You're being given apps to use to trade your money yourself. And many of you and many of your friends and coworkers and relatives, and you are aware of people over the last 5 and 10 years who have lost their shirts, who have been annihilated and eviscerated with how much money they've lost in the markets. They've become experts at tax loss selling and tax loss claiming, because this thing here, as great as it is, as ingenious as this is, as unbelievably advanced as this device is, with all the software in it to allow you to buy and sell stock and create options and do spreads and condors and everything else, it's unbelievably good. The problem is the end user, most of the time, doesn't know what they're doing. And there are many, many people who watch me, follow me, hear about me, and others like me, kind of like me. They see YouTube channels and they watch CNBC, and they watch the Nigerian brothers, and they follow all these other entities. There are people who go to these so-called financial shows, these weekend gatherings where you can hear a bunch of experts talk about investing. And all it is for them is gobbledygook, because they don't understand it, and they are terrified to make their first trade in anything they want to do because they don't know what they're doing. They don't trust it. They're afraid their money's going to disappear. They're worried that these fly-by-night platforms are going to go under. They don't know who to believe. They have nowhere to turn to because the SEC isn't there for them at all. And there are people out there with $5,000 and $20,000 and $50,000. Hundreds of thousands of dollars. I talk to people who have millions of dollars who don't want to trade their own money because they're terrified of losing it. What do they do with it? They put it in the bank and pull in 1% interest, 2% interest, 3% because they're terrified of what might happen to their money. But for those of you who've been here a little while and who have decided, this guy busts his ass every day and is here 5 days a week when the market's open 5 days a week, and he's on the air 2 hours live. He answers questions. He reads comments from his viewers. He doesn't ignore this all the time. This is a nice little change of fresh air. The show is centered around his viewers, which is kind of also a unique thing. Maybe I should take a class or two of this guy's classes. I get accused all the time of being a huckster. I get confused. I get accused every day by people who say, "Oh, all he does is just push his classes. That's all he does. He's just trying to sell his class." What don't I do? There's one thing I don't do. You figured it out. If you've been here a while, you know. But if you haven't been here a while, you might not be aware of the fact that there's something you don't see on the screen when I'm yapping at you. You don't see something. What is it you're not watching? What is it you're not getting? You're not getting a market screen behind me. You're not getting a running ticker behind me. You're not getting my 5 favorite stocks being blasted at you all the time. I'm not in the corner down here or down here or up here or over here. I'm in the middle of the screen. It's the only thing you get is the old fart with his balding forehead. That's all you get. Because I'm not a trader. I'm not a day trader. I don't buy and sell stock. I don't write contracts. I don't write options. I don't trade options. I don't do anything. What do? I comment on the market, and I focus all my attention on what you are doing, and I react to what you need and what you're talking to me about and what you're asking me about. And then I'll alert you on what the hell is going on out there so that you have a heads up that we should be watching this. Keep an eye on that. Something's coming over here. We got to be careful about that. Did you ever watch that movie with Tom Hanks where it's the Second World War and he's on a ship guiding a bunch of supply ships across the North Atlantic during the Second World War? And they get off the U.S. coast, the Canadian coast, and after so many miles, they don't have air cover anymore. And it'll take 3 or 4 days until they sail far enough towards England where the air cover from England is there to protect them again. And in that 3-4 day window, all the U-boats from the Nazis are all around this supply convoy, and every single convoy coming after them to throw every torpedo at them out that they can to sink as many of these ships as possible. Tom Hanks is the commander of one of these military ships to fight the subs with the depth charges and whatever guns they have just to protect the fleet. You ever notice how much he's running around on the deck of that ship from one side of the ship to the other side to the front, and he's getting reports from his radar guys. He's getting spotters yelling at him. I mean, they're just being inundated left, right, and center. That's what's happening. Okay. That's kind of what I do. I try to keep U-boats away from your money. I try to keep bad things happening to your money. And there are times where I'll tell you, I don't think you should do that trade, nah, I wouldn't be going that direction right now, because there are too many bad people out there trying to steal your dough. Because who are you up against when you're writing options? You're up against other option players. Of course, if you're writing a call, someone's buying it. If you're buying a call, someone's selling it. If you're writing a cash secured put, there's someone on the other side of that market who has a completely opposite view what your view is. And there are times where there are some very, very well-funded, multi-billion-dollar entities out there who are taking a position on an option trade that you happen to be going against them on, and you don't know that. And none of us for sure know who's on the other side of the market, but we have a pretty good idea that it's everybody else, and we have to be on top of that. You have to have an outlet where you can go to at least get the lay of the land, and maybe someone can keep you away from landmines and mines laid at sea and submarines just under the surface that want to shoot you out of the water. That's my job, and I do the best I can with what I've got. I welcome you all to the show every day and every week. I appreciate you being here so much. The only way I make money is if you make money, because really, who's going to take classes from a balding 68-year-old homeless Canadian unless they can make money doing it? And the people who buy the first class are the ones taking the biggest leap of faith with this YouTuber. If you're out there watching me and you're saying to yourself, I'm going to buy his first class. It's $150. What the hell? I blow $150 when I take my wife out to a nice restaurant. The bill is $180 plus tip. Hey, why don't I throw $150 at myself, take this one class, and see if there's anything to this or not? That's the biggest leap of faith that people take around here. Your first trade, if you are taking some of my classes and then you are writing all call options, that is not as big a faith as buying the first class. That's actually the second biggest leap of faith you're making. The first one is to actually put money on the table and say, okay, I know I can go on YouTube and watch all kinds of other people talk about options. I can go on Google and find out all kinds of information on options. I can go to the Chicago Options Exchange and read up all their regulations and everything. I can go to the SEC and see all the gobbledygook they got there, which is impossible to understand because it's written by lawyers. Or I can hang around with this guy, watch his show for a while, see the commentary, get to know who his regulars are. The same names show up every day over there, and then just kind of follow him. And maybe I'll take a class or two or three, or I'll write him an email, and many of you do, and they'll write him an email and they'll say to me, "Hey, Uncle Bruce, I'm new to your channel, or I've been watching you a little while. I'd like to get into option writing. I've never done it before. I've been in the markets for years. What class would you recommend I take first?" And I happen to know, I'm pretty damn sure that when the person types that in, they're going to say, I bet you he's going to tell me to take the first class. And what do I say? Start with class number one. Take the first class and then take the second class. Treat my classes like a college course. At stay-at-home college course. That's it. There's no exams. There's no surprise quizzes. You can take the classes whenever you want because they're on my website, and you can watch them one at a time whenever you're good and ready. And if you want to do a binge of 2 or 3 at a time, knock yourself out, and then you don't do any for a month or so, and then you binge watch a couple more, up to you. You decide when you want to come to class. Those classes are there. They've been put out there since June 2021. And there are now 17 of them. And I can pretty well tell you that pretty sure that 95% of the folks you read about here, where their names are highlighted in green with an avatar beside their name, those are members. And it's chances are that those members, a high number of them, 95% of them, have probably watched every class I've ever made. Every single one of them. And they've watched them multiple times, because that's the other good news about this class thing. You can rewatch number one anytime you want. If any of you out there, just as a heads up, because I keep forgetting this, if any of you out there purchased class 1, 2, 7, 9, whatever, and you can't find the class anymore in your computer, you lost it. You want to rewatch some of those classes, but you can't find the link anymore. Send me an email. Send me an email. Here it is. This is my email right here. And say, hey, Uncle Bruce, I purchased some classes from you. This is the name I used, or this is the email I used when I purchased them through PayPal. You can verify that I paid for these. Would you mind sending me these links again? And I'll send them to you through an email. Then you'll have them forever. Okay? So let me know. Those of you who want to take a real run at these classes, there's some good news on the horizon. You can get into here. You can get into this. You can pick up 5 classes for the price of 4, because at the moment I have a sale going on. And anytime you want to jump on those, make a PayPal donation. The address is down below, and send me a private email after you make the donation and say, hey, Uncle Bruce, I just sent you $5.99 US. Here are the 5 classes I would like. And it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For some of you, I get these emails. Well, they'll say, hey, Bruce, here's $599.99 times 3 for 15 classes. And here's another $300 for 2 more. Send me all 17 classes. I'm not gonna go one at a time. If I'm going in, I'm going all in. And for some of you, I know how your wheels work, and it's okay. Some of you are very tentative, and very, very, careful. And you just buy one class at a time and wait and see. Some of you will go, I'll do 5. Okay. Others of you, I know, when you decide to do something, you go all in. Otherwise, you don't do it, and you'll just pick them all up. Well, if you do that, you'll pay for 14 and get 17 today. Fair enough. And I thank you. It is a source of revenue for us. Jennifer's getting her second artificial hip, so that helps a lot. Okay. That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, I'm not a trader. I'm not a day trader. I don't buy and sell contracts. I don't have outside investments. My entire financial thing is here, being a presenter and being a commentator and giving you my opinion on what is going on and what you might want to consider doing. That's it. And I win when you win. Now, of course, I will win. If you become a member of this channel, I will get money from you. It's about, I get 70% of whatever you send to YouTube. So if you're a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member, you're sending them $10 a month, I get 7. They get 3. YouTube gets 3. If you're a Gold Bagel member right here, 25 a month, I get $17.50 of that money. YouTube gets $7.50. The advertising revenue that I generate for YouTube is minuscule. YouTube does not make a lot of money off of me at all, with all the advertising that is out there, because I don't have 20,000 here at a time, 20,000 people watching me live at a time. If I did, I'd be a big deal for YouTube's advertising department. But at 207 people here right now, as far as I can tell, I'm not making anybody any money at YouTube. It's from this right here. Those of you who are becoming members, they get this monthly contribution, of which 70% comes to me. They get 30%, and they tolerate me as a client of theirs. And that's why I'm always asking and begging, become a member of this channel so I can keep doing what I'm doing. And yeah, if you buy classes, thank you very much. A purchase just came in for 5 classes. So whoever that is, congratulations and thank you. Absolutely, thank you very much. I'll do the best I can to make you richer, because I am motivated that you make money. I really am. Nothing makes me happier when I get private emails, or I get people ask me for a one-on-one session, and they'll say to me, because of you, you've salvaged my 401k. You've salvaged our IRA. I'll have a husband and wife on the air at the same time, and they'll tell me that 2 years ago, we were down to this much money. We used to be worth this much money. We got wiped out with whatever happened at COVID, or we made a dumb investment decision, whatever. And because of you and writing contracts on an ongoing basis, you've completely turned our account into a whole different animal now. And you have really allowed us to just exhale and go, oh, thank God, we've stopped the carnage. We've stopped the bleeding. And this account is growing exponentially. Others of you tell me straight out. You say, look, I had 50 grand in an account. By the way, David Green, thank you. Thank you, David Green. Lessons are coming your way. Send me a private email and we'll get you your 5 classes. People tell me straight out. They say, I had 50 grand in an account. It went down to 30,000. And I was just about ready to just give it up. And I have friends at work that, tried to trade and they got their butts handed to them, and they lost everything, and they won't trade anymore. They don't even pay attention to the market anymore. But I'm going to keep going. I found you 3 months ago. I've been watching, and I've been licking my wounds, and I'm now confident enough to try again. But I'm going to go down the road that you and your viewers are going down, because this makes sense to me. Why should I go after these pie in the sky long shot bets when I can just take money off the table like a casino? Well, I'd rather be the casino than the gambler. And that's what's happening here. So thank you. And congratulations to those of you who've made the move. It's not an easy decision to make. It might take a little convincing with your partner. I have had it happen. I'm telling you, it happens. People will tell me 6 months ago, I found you. And I told my partner about you. Sometimes it's the wife telling the husband, or the husband telling the wife, or the boyfriend telling the girlfriend, whatever. And the other partner is going, no. I want to hear more. I want to show me this is real. Now, I suggest for some of you out there, if you want to learn how to write options and get a real world feel for it, Some of you have platforms out there that allow you to do paper trading. Some of these platforms will let you do paper trades of contracts where you can write them. You can write condors, create condors. You can do cash secured puts, all in a paper trading account. You might want to go that way first. You might want to go 3 or 6 months doing that before you do real money. You might take my classes in the meantime and learn up on all this stuff and do some paper trading and make your mistakes there if you're making any, and lamenting the fact that, oh, that trade really worked out. I wish it was real money, until you make your first step. It doesn't bother me at all. Knowledge is the key here. This is the secret of success. The secret sauce is having the knowledge of how these markets work. Without it, you are operating in the blind and you are fodder for everybody else. I have got to get you guys to the point where you're smarter than half of all the other traders out there. I got to get you in the first half of the class from the bottom half of the class. Once I got you over that line, I got to now get you up to the 75% level so that you're 75% smarter than all the other option players out there. Because as an option writer, you're going to be the one creating options and buying them back for a lot less money. And if I can get you to the 75% level, then I'll get you up to the 90% level. And from 50 to 75 to 90, you're making money. I'm pretty sure of it. You're going to make money. But the higher you can get on the ranking, the easier it gets, the more comfortable you'll be. And then what will eventually happen is you'll say to me, I wish I'd found you 5 years ago. Wish I could have done this 10 years ago. That's what we're all about here. Until you make $30,000 a month, I'm not satisfied with your performance. I'm grateful that people tell me, oh, I made 20% of my money last year. You helped my account make 28%. You made me 33% richer last year. Oh, wow. But the amount of money we're talking about is $15,000 for the year, or $5,000 or $25,000 for the year, and it's not $30,000 a month. I do have the emails coming and going, you, sir, have changed everything around here. I didn't have $1 million to start with when I first found your account. I was in that 50, 60, 70,000 range. And in 2 years, I have built this account up. And I am now pulling in over $20,000 a month in revenues from option premiums. I didn't think it was possible. I heard you when you said 30,000 a month is the number, but I didn't know if that would ever apply to me. And now I see it coming. I see it coming right at my face. It is so obvious that, yes, you have changed lives. And so welcome to the party, everybody. It's Friday, January the 5th, 2024. Have you turned your life around? Did you say to yourself on New Year's Eve, I'm going to change. I'm going to take my life in my hands. I'm going to make my finances work for me. I'm going to make my money work as hard for me as I work to get it. Now I'm going to make it work hard too. Well, maybe option writing is the way to go. Maybe that's it. Thank you all for popping in here. I've seen all these comments go through and I have not been able to react to you because I'm yapping. And thank you all for being through here. I love you. And thank you for those of you who've been hitting the thumbs up button already for this show. I beg every show for thumbs ups, like all YouTubers are supposed to beg. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up for us. We really, I can't overemphasize how important this is, because every time we get thumbs ups, YouTube gets a kind of a jolt. It's like, oh, this channel, wow, this channel, holy crap, look at all the thumbs up this guy's getting. He doesn't have 20,000 viewers, but geez, look at the thumbs up ratio between how many thumbs ups he gets and how many people are watching this guy. He's one of the highest ratios on all of YouTube. Why is that? What does this guy do that makes these people want to give him thumbs ups at this kind of ratio? That makes YouTube promote me more. And that helps me to find newbies and find new subscribers, new members, new class takers, new option writers, which means you folks who are already here have more people to collaborate with on an ongoing basis, new friends that you're going to make that are option writers, because this is an option writing family we have here. And it just is a better thing to have more of you than fewer of you. So thank you all for that. 105 thumbs ups are in the house last I saw. If you're giving us a thumbs up, tell us what number you are. I appreciate it. Helps keep me posted on what's going on. Thank you. Welcome all to the show. It's great to have you here. Alex is saying, good morning, Bruce. I managed to squeeze the spread of that SMH Condor, the 170.90, 133.53 to 170.185 and 138.153. Cost me $50, but I already made $37 rolling the puts. Here you go, right there. Philip Brown, commercials as SJ Tavares. What is the difference between your classes and all that we can find on YouTube? My classes are done in a live setting, very casually. I don't do a fancy computerized voiceover stuff that'll put you to sleep. I don't use words that will make you go to a dictionary going, what the hell does that mean? I do it live in a setting like this, where my students are commenting just like this. My Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife is the moderator of the class. So she's moderating the comments. And then she'll say to me, she'll interrupt me in the middle of my spiel. I'll be showing you a contract example maybe. And she'll say, you got to stop right there. We're getting questions of what you said 5 minutes ago. They're not clear on something you said. We'll stop the class, take the questions. I'll address those, and then we continue on. These classes are designed just like this show. I try to keep it simple to tell you what's going on in plain English so that we all get it. And you'll find that the first class, the second class, the third, the fourth, the questions being asked from my members, my viewers, are a lot different than they are in class 15, 16, and 17. Because by the time we got through the first 7, 8, 9 classes, we were getting into more sophisticated option talk and option strategies. And this is why I keep telling everyone who comes to me, say, what class should I start with? Number one. Start with number one. They feed on each other. They grow in each other. You don't have to take all 17 as a commitment. You don't have to drop all kinds of money to take my course. You can just take one class, and if that's not working for you, just walk away. You just say, the hell with it. I'm not giving them any more money. Class number one sucked. I didn't like it. Fair enough. If it doesn't work for you, you might as well find out right away. I don't want you to be thousands of into something and then go, well, I think I made a mistake. You don't want to do that. That's why I do these classes the way I do them. I do them one at a time. Yeah, I got a deal on right now. You can buy 5 for the price of 4, but that's for those of you out there who may have taken 3 or 4 already and now are going, okay, I'm going to grab 5 right now. I'm taking this deal. Why not? Fair enough. Hope that answers your question. Thank you. Let's go. JR, good morning, everybody. Let's make that moolah spicy. I'm the 83rd thumbs up. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. I wrote a call and a put spread on GameStop. It's a 15.50. I paid 73 cents for the put and 74 for the call. How would I put in a stink to close on these? Well, you can do a good till cancel order with your broker. Most likely, if you're dealing with a platform trading firm, and let's say you sold a contract for 75 cents and you're hoping to buy it back at 31 cents or something like that, you can put in a buy to close call option, whatever, which one it is, and put the price in there, and then it'll ask you, there should be an option. How long do you want this order to be good for? Is it just a day order? Is it good till Friday next week? Is it good for a specific amount of days, or good till canceled? You may get options like that, choices, I should say. Pick the choice you want and go from there. All right. 1650. Corinne, Uncle Bruce, classes are easier to understand. I watched a lot of other YouTube tutorials too. Thank you very much for that. I've heard that a million times. That's true. I use a TD Ameritrade desktop app called Think or Swim. You can paper trade or real trade, says JR. Again, you'll find hanging out here for a while that when you ask me a question, other viewers might kick in and answer before I get to the question. And they're probably dead right already. Chris, Savage of Wall Street. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. Is this really who is? It might be. I'm not sure. I hope everyone takes advantage of these markets today and locks in some profit. Time for the casinos to take their pound of flesh. Wow, people read back in the chat. Thanks. I'll have a look. JR, not a lurker. Pick it up. JR, this is. Can you write on? No. Can you write on spiders or Qs? Those are good indexes to write against. Not a lurker. Take the class and apply it to paper trading. Let's go. Not a lurker. Laugh out loud. 7 more days. Not a lurker's dad. Yes. The Credit Savage. The Savage of Wall Street. Uncle Bruce, 10 of my Rivian 25 covered calls, which I rolled to January 2025, and got $8 for in premiums. They're now in the $3 range. I'm looking to roll them into September 20s now for a premium of $1, of course. Is this how it's done? Do you sell a contract for 8, buy it for 3 something, and then write another one for 4 and make money on that one too? Is that how we do this around here, Bruce? We make money and then more money and then we make more money, or do we just make money and then lose everything? Like, how do we do this? I just want to make sure I got this straight. Like, do we always make money? I'm not sure. No other channels tell me to do this. Help me. BW, dude, ain't sprouting nonsense. This stuff works. The classes work. And oh, by the way, I no longer work. I quit my day job. I was a corporate bean counter I was a corporate expenditure by bean counters. He was let go. Now I trade options with Uncle Bruce full-time. Profit and gains. Yes, indeed. The PG channel, profit and gains. Lame Duck, you should have lower option contracts on your survey. I do 20 a month. Not a lurker. The Savage of Wall Street. You changed your name, did you? Lame. I watched some YouTube on options to get some basic, but Uncle Bruce Lessons explains it better. BW, truth. Lissy, Uncle Bruce, I also couldn't answer the poll as I have less than 50 trades per month. It's okay. I'm not picking on noobs. I'm asking people in this poll question, you probably noticed up here, those of you who have found me and are trading now, how many contracts a month are you trading? I'm curious how many are stepping it up. I have less than 50 trades a month, hoping for greener days soon, especially for Sofi itching to sell covered calls. A financial mischief. Susan Shops about, I am late this morning. I just caught the earlier show. I'm still around. I've just been really, really busy. JR, warm up them bells, Lair. Here we go. Philip Brown, would you use TD or BMO for options trading? I can't answer those questions. Maybe one of my viewers might. 215 onlookers. Thumbs ups for Uncle Bruce, please. Thank you, those of you who can do this. Not a lurker, dad and cousin. I've tried YouTube classes, paid $5,000 for a weekend seminar, and nothing compares to learning in simple terms and having Uncle Bruce at your disposal for questions and one-on-ones. This guy ought to know. This is, if you've been here a while, you know how Alberto is doing. If you're a noob, you're going to find out hanging around here a while just how well this guy does. Yes, indeed. We had an epiphany together. Sorry, what is BMO? Bank of Montreal. I agree. Alberto says 1. SJ Tavares. Okay, thank you. Honeybee, thumbs up 113. Philip Brown, thumbs up, laughing out loud. Thank you. Not a lurker. 1. I'm on my 2 new Uncle Bruce. I am on my 2 new Uncle Bruce still learning. He's a newbie. And I welcome you to the show, my friend. Juan, take your time, not a race. JR, no longer a credit savage. What's going on with these comments? I can't participate in the survey because I'm still trying to fill 10 options. I'm busy. Oh, and good morning. There you go. We're open. Juan, I have not participated in the survey yet since I need to learn first. That's okay, Juan. It's all right. Larry, the bells have been rung. JR, there they are. Charlie, Uncle Bruce, is there an Adobe credit spread that you feel comfortable with now? Is 6,610 too close? I haven't made any recommendations lately for a trade because I've been waiting for this first week of the new year to come and go. I'm just not ready to call it. Again, I'm not trying to guess the market. I'm just reacting to the market, and that's what you folks have got to get into. Charlie here is conflicted because he wants to predict or a prediction of what this thing's going to do, and he would love to have a credit spread. The issue here is this market down for 2 or 3 days like we've been, and now we have an upsurge to close out the week, and everyone is confused as to where we're at. Where is this market really going to be at, and why? Hard to tell. We've just got to go through day by day. I cannot answer this question at the moment. I just cannot do it. Savage of Wall Street. Yes, changed my name. I'm not going to be nice all the time. I will take everything from these gamblers this year. Read my avatar. Look at that. Oh, man. David Duff, email you, Uncle Bruce, email again, please. And thank you. It's down below in the description, but it's right here. brucefarmer@hotmail.com. That is the email. For those of you in Canada, if you want to take these classes, they're priced in US dollars, and the sale, $5.99 US, you can purchase them through, you can make a PayPal donation, PayPal Canada, I'm sure you can do, and it'll convert it to Canadian funds and all that stuff. But you can also do a direct deposit. You know that Interact thing with my email? You can use this email to make a direct deposit. You're not going to be able to send me US funds, because if you're in Canada, you're going to have to send Canadian. So you're going to have to use the official exchange rate. And you can go to you can just go online and you can easily find the exchange rate, and then multiply, the 13 whatever number by $5.99 US, and you'll come up with 700 something Canadian. And you can do that. And then send me a private email and say, okay, I just sent you this direct deposit. Here are the 5 classes I would like. There you go. If you want to buy one class at a time, just go to the website, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. That's right here, stockmarketswithbruce.ca. You can go there, and the classes are available one at a time, $150 a class, and you don't have to buy 5 of them. You just buy one. But if you want that 5 deal, you're going to have to do it the way I explained it. Make the donation to PayPal, which the link is down below here, and then send me a private email. Okay. If you cannot find the PayPal link, send me a private email again. Send me a private email, and I will send you the link to PayPal, and then you can go from there. Okay. I'll do the best I can to help you out. Thank you all for being here today. It's great to have you here. Fun times, isn't it? What else is going on here? Thank you. One, I'm on lesson number 2. The bells. Okay. Charlie, Alex is saying switching indexes until earnings season is done. That's a little gold nugget of advice from Uncle Bruce the other day. Mandu number 5. I am number 118 on the thumbs up meter, buddy. Alex, Charlie C. I wrote a triple Q Condor for March yesterday. John Anderson. Hello, Bruce. Hello, John Anderson. Welcome, my friend. Not a lurker. I'm not messing with my name. BW, go credit go. Not a lurker, formerly known as the Credit Savage. Bobby, PayPal does this conversion in its process. Yeah, that's right. Those of you who use PayPal, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who don't, you can check it out for yourself, see what it does, and go from there. Thank you all for being here. We're down 21 cents on Sofi right now at 821. Keep an eye on contracts. Those of you who are into cash secured puts and anything else, keep your eye on the option chains and see how your options are doing. But what a great day to write cash secured puts. The lower it goes, the easier. 822 last trade. The SoFi volume in the first 6 minutes is 3.4 million. We'll see how long the sell-off lasts. I doubt there's much to it. GameStop down 11 cents. The Qs are up 101. Spiders are up 81. AI down 38. Rocket Lab down 6. The Dow's up 35 points. We've got S&P up about 10. NASDAQ up 26. Oil up about $1.55. Okay. BW, people will see numbers and valuations that seem cocky at first and also shocking. These are real numbers. This is real money being made. Take your time as you learn. It will happen. Trust the process. Yeah, this is not a race. This is not a race to write contracts and make money as humanly possible as fast as you can. This is not the game plan at all. It's the opposite. You're a casino. You have saps on the floor of the casino walking through all your slot machines, and they're looking to place a wager, and all you're doing is just watching them and watching them. And after they make their wagers, you're still watching them, and you've written calls, you've written puts, you've written spreads. You're just watching them, and you're taking your time. You will occasionally make a trade, not every minute. Occasionally, you will do something, because slot machines don't pay off very often. If you've been to a casino lately, there's 1,000 slot machines on the floor. How many of them are ringing bells and alarms? 1 every 10 minutes? 2 or 3 an hour? And what are these people winning? $50, $30, the minimum jackpot? There's nobody winning 10 grand around you. Nobody. These gamblers are losing their shirts. That's what you are doing here. You are taking their money wager by wager on these contracts. And these contracts are in your favor because you figured out through my classes what contracts to write, what kind of premium to get, how to offer your contracts for sale, how to buy them back at the cheapest price possible, how to buy deep in the money calls to write poor man covered calls, how cash secured puts work, how spreads work, You've got an entire profession to learn. An entire profession is what you have to learn. If you're joining this channel, you have to be willing to do it. If you want to make money and live off of those proceeds, you have to know what the hell you're doing. And you're going to have to take the classes to get there. Take your time, relax, inhale, exhale, keep your day job until you're ready to quit it, and learn with the rest of the gang here, and you'll catch up with everybody and you'll be on your way. It's okay. I'm not messing with my name. Go Credit Go. BW, we've talked about that. Thank you to Tommy Jan. Tommy Jan, new member. How you doing, Tommy? TJ. TJ for short. Upgraded to gold bagel level status. Thank you and welcome to the club, my friend. You could be the one that flipped it. It's possible that you're joining the gold bagel member makes the fact that I have more gold bagel members than Chillin members. It could be happening. But thank you to all of you who are members, every single one of you. Thank you so very much. It's great to have you here. We're looking now at a thumbs up meter of 127. Thank you, all of you. On this poll question, I asked the question, it went something like, because of this channel, I now write more than either 50 options a month, 100 options a month, 250 or 500. Of the 64 that have so far answered this question, 70% of you, I'm writing more than 50 contracts a month. 14% are saying I'm writing more than 100. 2%, I'm writing more than 250. And 14% of you guys are now writing more than 500 contracts a month. And that is telling right there. Even the 50 number is telling, because when I first proposed and talked to you folks about how options work and how you can write options, there were folks after a few weeks telling me, and they watched class number 1 and class number 2, they would tell me, I just wrote my first contract. I wrote one call option on my GameStop shares, or I wrote 3 contracts, one on GameStop, one on this, and one on that. And within a few days and a few weeks after that, I had people telling me, I wrote 3. I wrote 5 contracts. I've written 10 now in the first 2 months that I've been here. I've got 10 on the go right now. And here we are today with people writing more than 500 contracts a month. And I know there are viewers here who are writing more than 1,000 and 2,000. I already know that too, but I limited it at 500 for now. Congratulations, all of you who are doing this, who are becoming more and more comfortable with the option writing side of things. If you're able to write 500 or more contracts a month because of how comfortable you are and the kind of investing you're doing, the kind of option writing you're about, chances are you are well on your way to that target number that I have set for you, that I consider successful, and that's 30,000 a month in profits by writing options every month. That's 360,000 a year. Should be more than enough to quit your day job, probably enough for your wife or your partner to quit your day job, and be full-time asset managing going forward. Congratulations, all of you, and welcome to the party, guys. I'm so glad you're all here. Not a lurker, Tommy, Jan, welcome to the gold bagel level. Touchgrass, thumbs up. Juan Valdez, welcome to you. Not a lurker's dad and cousin. Tommy, welcome. Don't forget about the Wednesday prime time show, 7 o'clock Eastern time, just for gold bagel members. And now that you're a gold bagel member, you can watch the show we just had on Wednesday. You can watch the show we did the week before that. Up to you. Frugal City, my options commissions are about 7,000 at 50 cents per option contract. My goodness. Tommy, changing my membership before I head to work. I'm hoping I don't need that job in the near future. I'll still be asking newbie questions on Discord. There you go. Brian, Uncle Bruce, did you see one of the largest banks in China, Shangji, declared bankruptcy, shortfall of $36 billion. November 2023, can't pay their debts. I did read that headline. Brian, number 126. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for these thumbs ups, guys. Frugalicity, a little tip for you all. Call your brokerage house and request an option fee reduction. I've done it many times. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't. Ask every 3 months or so. You should be getting a better rate on your options trading if you're doing volumes of trades. Absolutely right. Spare, you are doing already great with 30,000 per year in Germany, by the way. Yeah, well, 30,000 a month would be the number. We're down 21 on the Dow, maybe 15, 21 points, something like that. We've got a 9-point drop on S&P and 22-point on NASDAQ. Sorry, I take that back. I'm trying to refresh my computer, and it's glitchy. Okay, we're up 12 on the Dow now, not down. We're up on S&P 10, and we're up 22 on NASDAQ. We're really jumping here. Oil up 144 at 73.63. Okay, that's what's going on. Thank you. Also, Rocket Lab down 7 cents. AI down 41. The spiders are up 89. The Qs are up 76. GameStop down 16 at 16.20. SoFi is 8.21, down 21 cents right now. The low of the day, 8.16 on 5.6 million. It looks like we are reluctantly slipping lower. We'll watch that closely. Apple up 17 cents at 182.08. Enphase down 125. That's the first update for Apple in all week, by the way. Netflix up 296, Adobe up 62, Nvidia up 550, Tesla down 170, Matterport down 2, Spire down 17, SmartRent down 5.5. Owens Corning up $1, ATIP up 6 cents, Unity is down 5 cents. Google up 42, Moderna up 82, Cisco down 8 cents. We've got Pfizer up 2 cents, IBM at 159.41 down 145. HPQ, Hewlett Packard up 3 cents, Microsoft up 205, ME down 3 cents at 82 cents. Amazon is up $1.11, Home Depot up 280, Vanik is up 55, SMH. Goldman Sachs up 2 cents, Boeing is up $1.70, Meta up 296, Target up 15 cents, JP Morgan up 82, Costco up 7.20 today, Walmart down $1.20, Disney's up 39 cents at 90.97, American Airlines up 27 cents. We've got AMC down 20 cents at 5.10, DraftKings up 27 cents, and Royal Caribbean up $1.30 at 120.30 right now on this market. Okay, that's what I see at the moment. Up just 2 points on the Dow. 995 gain on S&P and 24 on the NASDAQ. Palantir downgraded on overblown AI hype. The stock is falling, and that's a headline out of Barron's today. Let's see what's going on there. All right, moving on. Okay, comments. Dude, I think the jobs report was a surprise, and this market was having a panic attack. Change is hard. Spicy, if I made 40% on my put and sell it to close my call at the same time, or wait to see if the price goes back up so I can close the call at a smaller price, what are your thoughts on this? A profit is a profit, and nothing wrong with repositioning. Alex, I got some SoFi at 8.16. The next stink bid is at 8.11. Bring it. Come on, give it to me. Philip Brown, what level of options trading should you have with the brokerage you use? Yeah, I can't answer that question. That one I can't help you with. Brian, read an article in Canadian News. I read an article in Canadian News. High possibility of rate cuts in March 2024. These articles are killing my brain cells. Dreamers, each and every one. Pie in the sky, utterly inept forecasters. They've never lived through a real inflationary environment because they weren't born yet. I just marvel and I'm constantly amazed at publications that allow these newbies to publish this stuff, and why they would do it, other than for the clickbait. I can't imagine any other reason why these outfits will allow this. It's incredible to me how complicit, I guess, certain media organizations are in the hyping up of the stock market, when in reality, these analysts who are making these predictions, they are affecting people and their investment decisions, and they're not licensed professionals. They're not market professionals. They have no experience in the stock market. They've never taken a securities course. Many of them are uneducated in the field of finance. Maybe they've got a university degree in business or something, but they have no practical knowledge in the real world of investing. And yet these people are hyped and promoted by these massive media machines as absolute the best of the business. And they're not. Now, some of these guys, they go to the street and they'll talk to brokerage firms, or they'll try to talk to investment houses, and they'll try to get someone on the record to give them a quote for their so-called article about interest rate drops. And they'll print the quote they want. They'll print the quote they can finally get. That's the one they wanted. So they can go to their editor and say, see, I got this expert at so-and-so saying what I've been talking about. And they print that. But the other 9 people they got quotes from said, no, you're an idiot. There's no way that's going to happen. But they're not going to quote that person. It's so one-sided, so biased. Wall Street, of course, does not want you to sell and leave money on the table. They don't want you to take money off the table out of Wall Street. They want you to keep that money that you've given them. They want to have you keep it there so they keep earning their fees on the money. And so they're not going to tell you to take a hike or make an adjustment, or God forbid, park cash for a while. They're not going to do that. There's no margins for them in cash. There's no money if you're just sitting in cash. They need action. The bookie needs bettors. Casinos need saps on the casino floor. That's the way of the world. So you've got to become as ruthless as Wall Street, except you're taking the other side of the market. You're the writer. You're the provider of the gambling instrument, and you're taking your pound of flesh each and every time if you play it right. Brian, Philip Brown, it all depends on what strategies you want to use. Most people who have been here a while are probably maxed out in their options level. What brokerage do you use? Splair, just in case, again, have a wonderful weekend, everybody. White Feather or Philip, generally you will need level 3 to trade credit spreads. Constantine, good morning, everybody. Beach Boy, Teresa, Mother, naughty. Constantine, let's have a green day. Thumbs up, number 138. Thank you, my friend. Savage of Wall Street. Uncle Bruce, I want to take a position on Tesla again, but see, I don't want to pay money. Market makers 236, it's a bit high. So I have 3 Tesla puts on deck to sell for $1,000 ask for February 16th. I'd love to be assigned. Give me 3,000. Let's go. Wing Commander, let's not have a green day. Actually, I don't care. It doesn't matter what direction this thing goes. Brian, the Savage of Wall Street, can't you do poor man covered calls? Alex, the Savage of Wall Street, what's strike? The Savage of Wall Street, never. I don't do poor man covered calls. JR, later, Splair, you have a great weekend too. I get to go visit my daughter and grandson this weekend, catch up with some former teacher colleagues. Should be a lot of fun. The credit Savage of Wall Street, 225 strike. That's what I'm looking for. Alex, the Savage of Wall Street. Nice. DB, good morning, everybody. Getting ready to start lesson number 3. The classes are worth every penny. I'm definitely going to start paper trade when I feel comfortable with covered calls. The Savage of Wall Street. So if assigned, I'd buy 300 shares of Tesla for $64,500. I'd then turn around and sell bi-weeklies and try to get $1,000 per right. Luca, 140 thumbs up in the house, with a big ciao to everybody. Enjoying my last day of holidays here and first year anniversary with the GF. Fantastic. Brian, with the girlfriend. Brian, Uncle Bruce, what do you make of the reverse repo numbers? A year ago, there was about 2 trillion a day and has been declining pretty fast in the last 6 months. Now it's about 650 per day. Well, that is quantitative tightening going on. That's what's happening there. Less cash in the system. And there is an example right there for those of you who are into the banking side of things. Alex, DB, welcome to the party, pal. Take it nice and steady. Patience is the key. Right on, man. Wise words. Absolutely. We're up 39 on the Dow, it looks like. We're ahead 13 on S&P. We're up 38 on NASDAQ. Oil up $1.04, not going anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, we got stuff to watch. We're at 831 now on SoFi. The SoFi shares are down 11. They were as low as 816. They're now back to 832. So they've come back 16 cents. And we're down about a dime now on SoFi. Okay. Splair sounds really great. Then enjoy the time with close ones. I'm at my grandmother's birthday tomorrow. Right on, pal. Well done, everybody. Welcome to the party, everybody. I sure hope you guys are going to have a great weekend this weekend. It's been a lot of holiday time lately. I'm hoping a lot of you out there are able to relax and recharge your batteries. Some of you have been traveling a lot and handling a lot of duties and that type of thing. Well done, everybody. Fool of a Chuck, I am number 1 41 on your thumbs up buttons there, buddy. Thank you. Brian, take the classes Arm Folding 101. I'm taking that class right now. JR, happy birthday to her. Brian, easy to learn, hard to master. There you go. One step at a time, everybody. 833 on SoFi, down 9 cents. Rocket Lab is up 8. The Dow seems to be up about 21. We've got Spiders up 108, Q's up 105, GameStop down 2 cents. That's it. And SoFi right now down 9 cents. That is the story. I'm sticking to it. The volume on SoFi now 7.5, 7.6 million. GameStop volume 181,000. We are talking dead quiet. I'm waiting for Ryan Cohen to make his first move with that $1.2 billion war chest he has. What is he going to do with it? What's he buying into? Is he buying into just one story? Is he buying into 10 different stocks? I don't know. What, how, where, when? I have no idea. Got to wait and see what's going on. Here you have it. Pick Nose says 1,000 more SoFi at the low, below my average. Giddy up. Thank you very much, SoFi sellers, taking it off. 834 now on SoFi. This is the high of the session. The high of the day is right where we are, 834, down 8 and climbing. There you go. 1634 down 2 on GameStop. 1636 is the high of the session on GameStop. We're just about there. Rocket Lab, the high of the day, 555. We're at 553. We were down to 537 on Rocket Lab. We're at 553. So here we go. Yeah, we've climbed back up again, and we're green on Rocket Lab. The Dow up 34. We got S&P up 13, NASDAQ up 41. Okay, welcome all to the show. Brian, Pick Nose, I'm jealous of this. JR, Pick Nose, way to go, buddy. Way to steal this paper. Absolutely. 834 down 7. 835 on SoFi. Another high of the day now. 835 on SoFi. Coming on a little more. GameStop 1633. The Qs are up $1. Spiders are up 106. AI down 12. Rocket Lab up 6. Apple down just 4 cents. Enphase down 2 cents. Not much happening there. Netflix now is up 32. Adobe down 77. We've got fractional moves here on a lot of these stocks. Tesla, it's up 39 cents. Nvidia is up 630. There's at least something moving in dollars. What else? Unity up 56 cents. Google up 30. Moderna up 317. Cisco down 11 cents. Pfizer up 6. IBM down $1.40. HPQ up 15 cents. Microsoft up $2. Amazon up 98 cents. Home Depot up 309. Vanik is up 107. Goldman Sachs up 192. Boeing up 279. Meta up 267. Target up 35 cents. JP Morgan up 114. Costco down is up 771 on Costco. Walmart down 127. Disney up 41 cents. American Airlines up 39. AMC down 15. DraftKings up 20. Royal Caribbean up 166. So there you go. That's what we got, and that's what we're following with the Dow up, or looks like 11 points. Okay, everybody, welcome to the party, pal. Brian, so could Cohen make his own ETF for GameStop? We'll see how this all works out. I know what stock he should be buying. I have a suggestion. I've mentioned it. I know exactly what he should be buying and why. The market reaction to a move of GameStop buying up stock so-and-so, you know which one I'm talking about, that alone would cause such a kerfuffle. Both stocks will go up. They would both rocket higher just because of his move into it. He has every logistical reason to move into it. It's about to become a huge moneymaker. It will rise dramatically in value. If it triples in price, he'll go from 1.2 billion in cash to a 3.6 billion win. GameStop will be a $30 stock just on that move alone. The movement on GameStop would be huge because the short position on GameStop is big. The short position on the stock that I think he should be buying is pretty big too. And the two of them together the meme community will go ape crazy. They will go nuts if this were to happen. every dollar that GameStop puts into this mystery company that I keep talking about, you know who it is. I bet you $100 will follow. I'm certain of it. I'm just certain that the following will be so massive behind his first move in that there's a tsunami wave coming in behind him. He's just a tremor. The tsunami wave will just take out all the shorters and just eviscerate them. These two stocks will easily double or triple in value, which then causes them to go even higher. I mean, come on. Yeah. Oh, it's huge. It would be massive, just massive. Yeah, what can I say? I don't know. There are people out there. There are other hedge funds out there that if they were to make a move on the stock that I keep talking about, that they should make a move on, that would create such a phenomenal a reaction. The actual shares that they bought will just rise dramatically in value because they're in it. It's all the stock's waiting for. It's just some legitimacy from some buying on the outside. Watch out. So I have been watching some SoFi channels, and they seem also to think that NU Bank is a great company, investment similar or better than SoFi, South Africa FinTech Bank. Have you checked this out? No, I don't have time for NU. Don't have time. No, I don't. JR, Uncle Bruce, please. S, please. O, tell F who I it is, please. And tell me when this will happen. I need to know in about 8 seconds because my attention span is very, very low. Can you help me, please? What's that stock symbol again? Brian, also, Danny name dropped you again yesterday, Uncle Bruce. Danny Deals. He said, stop watching my stupid show and go watch Uncle B. That is the smart choice. He's very kind. Very kind. I get a kick out of him. I just don't have time to be able to watch all my other friends out there. I just can't. But very kind. And I know a bunch of you guys watch him too, and you comment with him. And, I do appreciate the exposure. No question about it. But I'll tell you guys, our friendly little bank here, 834 on SoFi right now. That stock is a coiled, it's a slingshot, and it's just being pulled and pulled, and there will come a time where it's all over, and the shorters will be crying in their beer if they can afford it. Brian, JR, can you wait 10 seconds, or is that too long? You mind holding up a little bit? Last night, Jen and I were watching our Calgary Flames beat the crap out of the Nashville Predators, which was thoroughly delightful to see. And there was a commercial that was running during the game. And for some reason, we were talking about the channel, and you people. Jen and I were talking about you, all of you. And I mentioned something about mentioning the 8-second attention span. And then she said to me, well, look at this commercial. Talk about an 8-second attention span. So the two of us were watching this commercial. I can't remember what it was about, 8-second attention span. And I said, well, look at the camera angle and count 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 for as long as the angle doesn't change. But if they change the picture or they push something else in front of us, we have to start all over again. Do they show a commercial with an 8-second picture and someone talking over it? And so we're watching. We're going 1 1,000, 2 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1 1,000, 2 1 1,000, 1 1,000. There was image after image, and it was moving video images. So it was like it's kind of like watching someone running along a beach, and the angle would be from a drone, then it would be from the front, then from the side, then from the drone, then from the front, then from behind, from the water. The image just click, 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 watching the same thing happening, while all the graphics are showing up and the happy faces and the close-up of the face and the whatever. There was nothing more than 2.5 seconds in this entire commercial. There was nothing that was longer than 2.5 seconds. And talk about being bombarded by this stuff all the time. It's just scary. Have you watched an NFL football game lately where they're showing you the offense and the defense are all lined up and they're getting ready to run a play? You notice how they have these close-up angles first of the quarterback and the linebacker, and then they show the receiver over here, and then they show an overhead shot, and they show another overhead shot, and then finally they freeze the camera because they're about to snap the ball as the quarterback is calling out the signals, and then the quarterback screws it all up because he's changing the play on the fly, and so now the cameras have to fly back, zoom in on the quarterback again and yelling to his receivers, and then come back to the overhead shot. You do not get an 8-second shot on NFL football. There are no 8-second shots. You don't pay attention enough. You want action. You need movement. So as soon as the ball is snapped, yeah, the camera follows the whole play, of course. But as soon as the guy catches the ball, you got to highlight on that guy, and the zooming in and how these guys fist pump each other, and they're all celebrating. I caught the ball like I won a Super Bowl or something like that. Ridiculous. And then they all run back to their huddle, and they show the coach and they show the special teams guy, and there is no 8-second attention thing anywhere anymore. It's unbelievable. Isn't it fun? We're having so much fun here. What else is going on here? Savage of Wall Street. Come on, Tesla, play nice. You're going the wrong way. Let daddy sell his puts first, then run up. Why are you being like this? All I'm asking for is a few pennies. I'm a nice guy. Come on, gamblers. Flint Creek, you people. JR, stupid Tesla, play nice. JR, all looking like the Sawtooth Mountain Range. Not a lurker, Flint Creek soap. Hello and welcome. Flint Creek, hello and welcome and hello, you turds. Not a lurker anymore. Laughing out loud. Not a lurker. I resemble that remark. JR, what turd is calling me a turd? The Savage of Wall Street. JR, seriously. It came down just as I clicked on sell put. What the face? It's being silly, this Tesla. It's being just silly. Heavy volume on SoFi. About to hit 10 million. Here we go, baby. 838, down 5 cents a share on your SoFi at the moment. 839. Welcome to the party, pal. We've already hit 840. We're about to go green on your SoFi. 840 a share is the trading range right now. Volume 9.6 million and climbing. Here we go. 1641 on GameStop, up 6 cents, 5 cents. AI down just 7. Rocket Lab up a dime. The Dow up 138. Hello. Is anybody home? Hello. 138, 145 gain on the Dow. We're moving higher. S&P up 27, NASDAQ up 84, oil up 172. Markets have turned green. And is the sell-off over? That's always the question. I don't know. The SoFi 840 up, down just 2 cents on SoFi. Okay, everybody. Welcome to the party, guys. It's nice to see you here. Lots to follow, lots to watch. Let's look at Apple. Look at that. It's green. 51 cents to the good. 182.42. Apple's up 51 cents. Enphase up $1.19. Netflix up 166. Adobe's up. Nvidia's up. Tesla is up. Who else is up? Matterport, or Owens Corning, ATIP, Unity, Google, Moderna. Cisco is even. Pfizer is up. IBM only down 59 cents now. HBQ is up. Microsoft is higher. Amazon is up. Home Depot, Vanik, Goldman, Boeing, Meta, Target, JP Morgan, Costco up $10. Walmart only down 90 cents. Disney's up. American Airlines is higher. AMC is still down 14, and DraftKings is up, and so is Royal Caribbean. They're all green. Going greener on this market. SoFi 841 down a penny on the session. We're about to go green on your SoFi. 842, 843. We're green on SoFi. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the party, pals. Savage of Wall Street, JR. Seriously, I came down just as I clicked on sell put. What the hey? It's being silly. Heavy volume on SoFi. Here we go. SoFi is green. Laughing out loud, Brian. Markets are running a bit. SoFi and GameStop they look the same. BW, the U.S. 10-year was closing in on 4.1% earlier, and now they're dropping it again. All is well. There you go. That's what's happening here. 842, 843 on SoFi with an 840. What's the high of the day? SoFi 843 high of the day, and we're there right now. GameStop 1643. Up 7 cents on a 1644 high of the day. We're right there. 236,000 volume on GameStop. SoFi now 10 million traded. 842, 843. We're at the high of the day right now. Rocket Lab 559, and that's the high of the day right now. Up 12 cents. 1.25 million traded. AI unchanged, 27.89 unchanged. Spiders are up 275. Qs are up 249. That's what we have at this moment in time. Everything else looks green right now. Having fun, everybody? Anybody having fun out there? Watching these markets fluctuate, you sure learn a lot about options. You learn a lot about your stocks. You learn a lot about market sentiment when you watch markets do what they do. It's option expiry Friday today. Volatility is baked in. We could drop 100 points on the Dow like that. We can gain 100 like that. Welcome to option expiry Friday. It's what's going on. Woohoo! All kinds of fun. Good times, everybody. Good times. 3.979 is the 10-year, the U.S. Treasury. 3.979 right now. All right. Euro is at 109.89. It's climbing. The pound at 127.56. It is climbing. The Asia markets were mixed. The European markets are still negative for the most part, but slightly better. The U.S. market now up 172 on the Dow, 30 points on S&P, 87-point gain on NASDAQ, and oil is up $1.80 to 73.99. I see an ad right now on my Market Watch page. Fly faster and further and ferry free. Discover long distance luxury. Netflix. Get yourself, a NetJets. Get a NetJets jet card. 25 hours of private jet time for only $250,000 to $280,000. That's all you have to pay to have 25 hours of private jet time. $250,000. That's all it is. That's chump change for some folks out there. 25 hours. There are executives flying 200 hours a year in private jets. A year. Yeah, 10,000 an hour. Hello. Uh-oh, here comes the hand. The hand of death. Here we go.
Hand of death.
A cold, dead hand just came in there. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, Andy Jen?
The cold, dead.
That's right. NetJets. Yes, you can buy a 25-hour NetJet card for the low price of $250,000. That's only $10,000 an hour. You know, the jet can handle 10 people, so it's only $1,000 an hour per person. So if you're going to fly from Calgary down here to Palm Springs, it's a 3-hour flight. It's only $3,000 a person one way. That's bargain first-class travel. After all, if you've got your pets with you and your children, you want to go through the hassle of an airport when you can fly on a Lear jet or a lovely little Canadair or whatever they're called. Man, Global Express 5000, kind of nice.
Everything appears to be green on your screen.
It's turned green awful fast. We were awful red this morning, and now we're awful green. How about flying from Los Angeles to London, England? 9-hour flight, $10,000 an hour, $90,000 with 10 of your closest pals, 9 of your closest pals. It'll only run you $9,000 a person one way.
If you're a billionaire, the cost is less than what your normal person pays.
And look at it this way: if you're making $30,000 a month writing options, your $9,000 is covered. Your partner's $9,000 is covered.
Plus, when you get there, I think physically you're just in a way better shape.
I think you're in a much better mood when you get there. When you fly from LA to Zurich to count your money.
Customs is easier too.
I'm sure customs is a lot quicker. No lineup at customs when you're on the private executive airport. Kind of nice. Absolutely. Let's see here. What's going on here? BW, they just gave the Spider its B12 shot. Holy mackerel. Guess someone was tired of red on the heat lamp. Not a lurker. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. JR, death. I sure hope not. Hello, Auntie Jen. Don't be the hand of death. Not a lurker. No more remote work. Back to office tomorrow. PAB is a new member. How's it going, pal? Welcome to the channel. PAB is a gold bagel level member, and I was mentioning to the channel that last evening was significant in that this happened. Jen and I can see this, but you folks can't, so just bear with us. I'm going to show Jen something that happened here last evening on this channel. the membership thing over here.
Okay,
You see those two? You see those two lines over there? They've come together.
Come together.
There are just as many one level of member as the other, and then this morning we have new Gold Bagel members joining. I think we have surpassed the line. So the green thingy is higher than the blue thingy, and the green thingy are the Gold Bagel members.
There we go.
So this is a good thingy. It's a
It should
very
be gold
good
thingy.
thingy. It should be gold, but the YouTube doesn't recognize my channel designations. They just give it their own.
That's weird.
You those bastards. What are you gonna do? What can I say? Thank you all for being here this morning and being part of the family. Welcome, Pap, to the show.
Friday.
It's Friday, guys. Oh yeah, it's Friday. And don't forget, when you make $30,000 a month or more writing option contracts, and NetJet's jet card doesn't look that expensive anymore at $250,000. You know, when you're making $100,000 a month writing option, it's even cheaper looking. And when you're making $500,000 a month writing options, those jet cards are a bargain. There you go. 500 miles an hour at
pilot's license.
See,
been in those
see,
all those
500 miles an hour times 25 hours of jet time. You get to go a long way with that. That's 12,500 miles of travel.
Being where we are, we get to see the Air Force jets.
That's true.
Every once in a while.
And we see a lot of private jets here.
Oh, a lot of
flying overhead all the time.
I like watching the Air Force information.
That's true. Brian, Uncle Bruce, the options on Sofi for Jan 9 are huge. Jan 19. Is this one of those quadruple witching days? I'm not sure. It's the third Friday of the month, though. Coming up, JR, things looking way oversold here. BW, you hear of a bear raid? Well, this looks like a short scalp going on. Shorts got a little emboldened first week. Bulls just showed up and said, wax, Will Smith, dope slap, volatility and options. It's so fun. JR, oops, overbought, and not a lurker. Pab, welcome to the family. Brian, welcome. Mr. Pab, Alex, good morning. Auntie Jen from Alex.
Good afternoon, Alex.
How you doing, pal? There's Alex right there looking at that avatar. BW Pab, welcome and hello and welcome. Not a lurker anymore. Hello and welcome. Mandu number 5, welcome, Pab. Mandu number 5, Pab. Flint Creek, Auntie Jen, turn my head a sec, and Sofi runs up.
See,
look at that. 846 and climbing. JR, Pab, way to go, fellow bagel dude.
Turn your head for
one second. Alex, welcome to the party, Pab. Not a lurker anymore. That's a lot of thingies. That's a lot of thingies. Not a lurker anymore. Puts on the thingy. Let's do puts on the thingy. Brian, so does the market like the jobs report? Seems so. Yes.
The American job report kind of
a lot more,
the Canadian
not more positive than people thought. Yeah, there you go. We're up.
I think we added 10 new jobs.
Well, we added 10 jobs in Canada. Yeah, okay. We're up 113 points on the Dow. We're up 23 on S&P. Nasdaq up 75. Oil up 190. Welcome everyone to the party. Pretty cool stuff. 843 on Sofi. The high of the session for Sofi today is 850. So we've been touching 850 again. Yeah. Did you notice yesterday how the stock couldn't get through 850 for a few hours?
Not break through that.
And then finally it did, but it went below at the end. Yeah. Interesting how that played itself out. Very interesting. 844 right now on Sofi. 1652 up 15 cents on GameStop. Coming on again, we're up 7 on Rocket Lab. AI up 8. Very, very interesting. Let's see. A dude is saying, who got the lowest numbers this morning? I bought shares at 835. Anyone beat that?
Whoa,
Pab, thanks for the welcome. Need all the help I can get. Very difficult for me to digest this options world. Welcome to the world of option writers.
This community knows exactly where you are.
They all know where you're at.
They walk this walk.
They all know where you're at. Welcome to the party. Uncle Bruce had a furnace service yesterday. Yeah. The system is old and will need replacement soon. 15 to 20 grand is the first quote. Wow. I stood there and went, well, that's about 22 AI calls to be written minimum. No worries. I'm sure we can figure this out. Dude, what stink bids do we do? What do we like today? BW, I did hear turn your head and cough when Auntie Jen came in the room. Dope. Bobby, so this job report means no interest rate drop. Is that a good thing? What's going on here? How's this working? What's happening here? Yeah, everybody, welcome to the party, all of you guys. Nice to see you here. 843 on Sofi, up 1 penny at the moment. The high of the day, 850. The low, 816. That's the market right now on the SoFi shares. Very entertaining.
Almost
Very-
as entertaining as this weekend,
Because
week 18.
NFL football, final placings of playoff teams. I'm going to have to be very careful here. I have to be very careful. Very, very careful. Like Elaine says to Kramer, if I were you, I'd be very, very careful because the Steelers are playing this weekend and they may
The
or may
dreaded
not
Ravens.
make the playoffs.
No, we can lose and still make the playoffs
Very, very
with
careful.
a very long algebraic
I might
calculation. of
need to go on a
will or will not
long
win.
walk
who can and
on
cannot
Saturday to just sort of kind of get out of that.
But you love going on walks. See?
Yeah.
Go for a walk.
Why is it that I love going for walks? Why is that?
Because you love the outdoors.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I love the outdoors and the solitude.
No,
and just having
you're
a-
just snoopy. You like walking around. Like yesterday, you discovered that a garage door was open,
I'm Snoopy.
and you discovered that one is major reno. It's
True.
to the studs.
Yeah.
You can see from the
All the crap in the garage
all the
floor.
way
It's-
through to the golf
you can
course.
see through the condo right to the golf course from the
Yeah.
street. Yeah, it's on
And
the
you'd
rent.
never know that if the garage door was open.
True, unless you see a contractor's truck up there. But yes, that's true. That's
That's
true.
an energetic reno. To
That's
the studs.
That's true. Bobby Atkinson, you know what? A furnace upgrade was $7,000 3 years ago in Canada. Medium to high upgrade.
Wow.
Dude, my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution
Okay.
is to do more stink bids. I'm going with
Okay.
819 today. I hope we hit that low again. A stink bid, not 819. 816 is a stink bid. 821 is a stink. 819 is a stink offer. You want to be 1 penny above round numbers. BW Pat, they make pills for that. Lots to hear, lots to learn, but you'll find your groove. Although they've been here years, all have differing times of when they began and how they write. You'll get there, my friend. Not a lurker.
You
Move
will.
slow, Uncle Bruce. Move slowly, careful. Not a
No sudden
lurker. Don't
movements.
make any sudden movements around any gen.
That's right.
Savage of Wall Street. Okay. Market wants to wake up. Fine. I'll throw some bait out there. Got
Yeah.
some putrid asks on AI to sell a few February 16 $30 covered calls. Give me $3. No more Mr. Nice Guy. There
That's
you
right.
go. Not a lurker.
And,
Blink.
and if they don't get filled, you just cancel.
Not a lurker. Blink twice if you need help. The Savage of Wall Street. Bang, bang, Niner gang. BW. That demo unit, that is just Beach Boy making his changes to the place.
That's what
That's all
is.
that is. Brian Bobby Atkinson cost me about $5,000 in Canada for an AC unit. The Savage of Wall Street. There will be no solitude once Beach Boy moves, and you won't be able to get him off the golf course.
Right.
Farmless Uncle Bruce, does Antigen hit you with the terrible towel when the Steelers lose? It's harder than that.
Hey, you don't get blood on the terrible towel.
Yeah, we don't. No. We don't wipe up the blood with the terrible towel, Ira. It's sacred. JRB, very, very careful. Just realized who that cartoon is. He must know Rugman. Dude, Bobby, it's a good thing for the economy and in general. It's an upset for the market because they want rate cuts. They have 5 rate cuts priced in for the futures right now. Fool of a tuck. I'm hoping the Pats win and still get the 2nd overall draft pick. Ha!
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. 837 on your SoFi, down a nickel right now. We are fluctuating today. We're up 8 cents on GameStop.
Very quiet.
AI up 4 and Rocket Lab up 6. There you go. Be very, very, very careful. Be careful. She has that walking stick. That's what we got to watch out for.
No, now I have a walker.
Now she has a walker, a double banger,
And a gripper.
and a gripper. She's got the gripper too.
I gotta bring the gripper in
God,
next
that's the
week.
one that pulls my ear off when I'm not expecting it.
It gives me an
Oh.
extra, I think, 16 inches. I think it's a long one.
Not a
It's
lurker
longer
says
than the one I had last year.
he can't answer right now. Auntie Jen is here. He can't say anything.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Don't just blink twice if you need help, Bruce. Just it's okay. We get it. We understand what's going on.
We get it.
We know for sure what's happening in your life. Tomorrow will be very tense.
Everything
Tense.
settles by
Tense. Oh gosh. Well, you'll know what Sunday night. You'll know.
yes.
Yes. You'll know.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll
jeez.
know how the world is shaking out.
Jeez. Oh, gosh. Yes, we'll know how
How
this
those
all.
draft picks fall into line.
Oh, that too. That too, everybody.
We
Oh
could
my
also
God.
talk hockey. Our boys got a good win last
Oh,
night.
they won big time in Nashville, and they won the other night in Minnesota. They beat Philly the other night.
And
They're
poor
up
Nashville.
three wins in a row. They're 2 points out of the playoffs. Oh
Those-
my God.
The Pred uniforms are just such a
Jen hates the Pred uniform, those colors, that mustard color uniform. She hates it.
I don't even think it's
Hate.
mustard. It's
Hate.
not mustard. It's not yellow. It's like somewhere in between.
Oh,
And
boy.
it's for people like me who are already like yellow to start with. Ugh, looks like I died and only cared enough to bury me.
BW SoFi is like this, like SoFi, like the support 832. Wonder if
Uh-huh.
it's the magic number for the whales to load at, or where the shorts have the most issues. Next 2.5 weeks going to be fun with SoFi,
Right.
dude. I gotta
Find
go.
out.
I gotta go back to stink classes. Oh no, Uncle Bruce schooled me. This is why I'm so bad at stinking. Not a lurker. Have to watch those girls from Prairie Hills.
Prairie Hills,
From the
that's
Prairie
right.
Hills. JR Mustard, you mean baby poop? Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah, it's kind of like baby
Kind of like
poop.
baby poop. Yeah. Those jerseys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yikes. What can we
Those
say?
early milk poops.
Ew. Ooh. Oh, you notice that on the jerseys of Nashville, they have the 25th year anniversary patch.
Yeah.
And we were thinking,
That's
oh well, let's recap the history of the Nashville Predators. Okay, let's name every year they won the Stanley Cup. Oops, we could not do that.
Well, it doesn't take long to say how many times Kelly
Once.
won either.
Once, at least once. Some teams have never won the Stanley Cup.
That's right.
What are you going to do?
And some teams are greedy and have won it a number.
And then one team won the cup in their 6th year of existence. What?
Went their
And
first year to the show.
Another team won 4 in a row when they did win their first cup back in the 80s. The New York Islanders, 4 straight cups with 6 straight final appearances. I think. No, 5 straight final appearances.
Last one against the Islanders.
They won 4 and finally lost 1. Wow, that was something else.
Yeah.
What can I say? Charlie C, 830 is my cost basis. That's why it hovers right stinking right here. Beach Boy, while you were joking, someone was loading SoFi at 821. Who's laughing now, huh? Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
840 last trade on the old SoFi. Low of the day, 816, baby. There you go on the SoFi. Who's laughing now? Bobby, is this the magical weekend for a new hip? No.
No.
11 days.
Yeah.
11 more days, and then here we go. Pab.
2 weeks yesterday.
Yeah, NU is up. Rock and roll. And not a lurker. There you go. Okay, whatever. We're up 118 on the Dow. We're up 9 on Rocket Lab, up 10 on AI. We're up 9 on GameStop, and we're down 3 on SoFi. That's the indication right now.
That seems to be all
It's Friday, option expiry day today.
Oh,
Way to go, kids. What?
I have to go back and take my thyroid. I just remembered.
You have one thing. You have to
I
take
know.
one thing.
I
There's
know.
one thing you have to take
Guys,
every day.
I am not good.
When you
at
wake
taking
up,
medication.
you have to take one thing. And you've been up now for what, an hour? 40 minutes?
Oh, no.
Oh,
I've been up since 5:30.
2 hours. Hasn't taken her pill yet. Well, there you go. Charlie, sorry, gang. If my cost basis was 15, then we'd be hovering there. It's all my fault, Lorraine. I paid $26,000 for my unit. I bought a T-RAN. They usually rebuilt the whole system. Are we talking about a air conditioning thing?
Air conditioner or furnace.
Tran. You bought a Tran. You bought a T-R-A-N-E. I'm looking at that capital R going, oh, Tran for $26,000. Dude, Predators got a lot of love here in Nashville. People go completely nuts. It's Smashville, successful franchise.
But
I'm
I
thrilled
was
for him.
disappointed with the number of jerseys.
In the crowd.
In the crowd.
She didn't think there were enough. Beach Boy average 647 around here.
Ah,
JR, Charlie, maybe my computer fan will help out today. There you go.
That's it. There's your furnace just
Keeping me warm.
gathered around
my
the
computer
back of
fan.
the computer.
My computer fan keeping me warm. Oh my. Yikes.
Yeah, I
All
can
right.
remember when I was a kid and it was cold out, it would have been in the minus 35 range. Dad coming in and telling us, don't get out of bed, stay in bed. The furnace stopped last night.
Stay warm.
Stay warm.
Mom will bring you breakfast in
Yeah,
bed.
yeah.
Mom will bring you breakfast to
Throw
stay
in
in
an
bed.
extra blanket on the bed.
Yep. Back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happened back in the day. True. It's true.
It happens all the time.
Happened.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. I sleep the best when it's either raining outside or howling like a blizzard outside. If it's doing that, I just cocoon and I fall asleep. It's incredible.
As an old brownie reader, I can tell you, you got to have those sleeping rooms cold if you want the girls to sleep. They can't sleep when it's warm.
They can't sleep when it's warm, but they sleep when it's
They
cold.
sleep when it's cold because they tuck in.
They tuck in and then they roll.
No
and
falling
they're
off.
gone. See, there you go. Not a lurker loves that comment about the computer fan. Dude, a nice Beach Boy. Way to go. BW, Apple is the biggest company in the world. It's up. It is up 0.10%, 1/10 of a percentage point. Largest company and only up 19 cents. That right there tells you things in the market suck. They can't pick direction for Apple. Sad.
Yeah.
JR paid about 25 grand for a new heat pump 3 years ago.
Right.
Very efficient. Actually,
Yes.
We were installing it, listening to Uncle Bruce talk about GameStop for the whole day. Bobby, why do you need a heat pump in California? See,
Well,
depends on where in California you
our
are.
furnace is turned. It's not on it this second, but our furnace is turned to 68
Yes, we have it at 68 degrees in here.
because we only get to highs of 55, 60.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's cold when it's only that.
Yeah, we sleep well in here. We do sleep well
yeah.
here because we keep it cool at night, and so we're sleeping fine. Yeah.
But we live in a desert and we wear sweatpants and sweatshirts and socks.
It's January in the desert.
It's January.
The high in the next couple of days is going to be in the mid 50s around here.
It's cool.
That's as high as it's getting. When you go out for a walk though, and there's clear blue sky, the
Mhm.
sun is beating down on you.
If the sun's on
Mid
you,
50s, it feels like
It's
it's
fine.
70 out. It's
Yeah.
wonderful. So,
yeah, the sun is still strong.
Yep, and the grass is green, and the palm trees are pretty, and oh, we love it. And we see the snow on the top of the San Jacinto Mountain and go, oh, the winter's up there. Stay there.
Big Bear,
We don't want any.
lots of snow this past week. Big Bear got snow.
There you go. Have a great weekend, everybody. Says Alex, you got it. JR,
You too,
California
Alex.
gets cold too, and I don't want to burn natural gas anymore. Rock
Exactly.
and roll, pal.
No, those heating coils. That's the way to go.
That's right, man. Last year's
Put it on
natural
top.
gas prices were ridiculous, criminal, actually.
Yeah.
Charlie, with this SoFi hovering, I feel like Cousin Eddie when he said, I haven't seen a beating like that since somebody put a banana on my pocket and turned the monkey loose. I haven't seen anyone so happy since a tornado showed up at the trailer park. I love these love these quotes.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go have a
Jen,
pill.
go have a pill. Go take a pill, Jen. Go take a pill for crying out
Too
loud.
many other things on my mind.
A few other things on your mind.
Hey,
I
everybody,
understand.
have a good weekend.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you, Auntie Jen. Okay, there we go. Too much fun, kids. We're only up 70 points on the Dow. Like I said, we can go up 100. We can come down 100. It's option expiry Friday. Look for volatility today as it's baked in to the day without a doubt. Alrighty. JR, electric heat pump water heaters are way expensive. Wait, that would be 20 Tesla iron condors. Hey, that's maybe not so bad. I can handle that. Yeah, you start thinking in condors, don't you? You start thinking in option trades. When you think about stuff, you go, oh, a brand new Tesla Model Y, a fully loaded 2-engine, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm going to need to write some covered calls. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Exactly. Interesting how this works. Credit Savage of Wall Street. Savage of Wall Street. Hey, Uncle Bruce, is this real life, man? Seriously, I am making breakfast for my wife and kids right now. I'm having my coffee. I'm looking up my window. I'm prepping snacks. Oh, yeah, I'm in my PJs, and I made money already. It's 7:30 in the morning, for crying out loud. Is this real life? Yes. For option writers, it can be very much so real life. Indeed, my friend. Welcome to the party, pal. And all the rest of you who are here, welcome to the party, pal. Welcome to the option writing party that is being held here every day, Monday to Friday, when the markets are open. There's an option writing party happening here. And there are people sitting here going, I got to fix my car. The engine blew, or oh gosh darn it, we need a new muffler and a new brakes and a tune-up. We're going to need $1,500. We're going to need $2,800. Oh, how do I get $2,800 in my hand in cash? Let me think a minute. Oh, I know what I can do. I could write some cash secured puts on my Sofi using my margin account, or maybe I could. Yeah, I could write some credit spreads on Tesla or on Apple or on Microsoft or on the triple Qs or the SPX, the SPYs, and I can bring in $3,000 writing some contracts right now. There's $3,000 for all that. Get the car fixed, get it all fixed up, and then put it up for sale and sell that thing for $12,000. And make do with the one car, because we didn't need the second one. It hasn't been running for 6 months. So just get rid of the damn thing, put that money in the market. Let's make some more money with that money. Oh, hello, Charlie. I have a tankless water heater. The thing runs on natural gas, and it's amazing. I never run out of hot water. Not a lurker. I love my tankless water heater. The Savage of Wall Street, COT. Damn it, kids, stop leaning on the sidelines and watching. Get your asses off the chairs. Buy class number 1. Take a dip. What the face have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? Being poor? You've lost time and thousands already. Get with the program. Join us and get with it. Wise words. I'm, of course, filling in some color commentary there, but yeah, he's got it. What have you got to lose? Boy, I'll tell you right now. So many people have figured this out. They've started writing options, and they realized, you mean to tell me that for the last 10, 15 years, I could have been doing this with my 401k? I could have been doing this with my Mad Money. I could have been writing one call 8 years ago on those 100 shares of whatever. I could have converted those shares into deep in the money calls and written 2 calls. And then as the call premiums were coming in, I could have bought another deep in the money call. And now I'm writing 3 calls. And 8 years ago, I was writing 8 calls. 7 years ago, I was writing 15 calls. 6 years ago, I was writing 20 calls. 5 years ago, I was writing 30 calls. 4 years ago, I was writing 50 calls. I could be writing 100 calls right now at a time on that stock, hauling in $5 a call. Why didn't I do this? What? Oh, I know why. There was no Uncle Bruce to find 10 years ago. That's why I wasn't doing it. Well, you're doing it now. That's what you got to lose. Opportunity knocks. Let's go, kids. JR, is this real life or is it just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Well, the real life is writing options with Uncle Bruce. Stink bids save lives. There you go, buddy. Debbie Bonner, the Savage of Wall Street. Exactly. Better yet, buy one-on-one when you buy the classes, but just don't get it like me. Don't waste any more time or money. Get that one-on-one with Uncle B and you'll figure it out. BW had routine auto work being done on a suspension system. The shop gave me an original quote of $1,300. I got to work, found another issue that added another $600. Didn't matter. It made $5,600 in the first 3 days of 2024. Issues resolved. No problems here. All is well. Congratulations. That's what you have to lose. The stress of not having enough cash flow to get stuff done. Replace the washer and dryer with much more efficient washer and dryer. Replace the fridge and stoves and the microwave with much more efficient appliances. Get rid of the dishwasher. Get a new freezer. Make the house more valuable. Yeah, how about that? How about cutting your electric bill by 30%? Thought of that? How about installing a solar system if you can find one that works for you and eliminating your electric bills going forward forever? How about that little strategy? All kinds of upsides here. I love my electric tank water heater. I love it. I bet it cost me $7 a month. It cost me 7 iron condors. That's all it cost me to do it. Thinking in condors, credit spreads, option rights, cash secured puts. It's a whole new world. It's a whole new math. It's a whole new way of thinking money rather than, oh, it's going to be 8 paychecks before I can pull $150 a month out of each paycheck to get that done. That's 2 months before we can do that. Options changes everything, puts everything on fast forward. It really does. You have to want to learn how to do it. And that's the name of the game. That's all I can say. I'm just saying, there it is. Dude, in Tesla, yeah, I can do this. Savage of Wall Street, no kidding, Uncle Bruce. I bought a fancy ass fridge last month because the wife wanted it. $4,000 for a freaking double door, fancy French fridge that makes circle ice. Freaking ice spheres, and a big S microwave. There you go. Brian, is the credit Wall Street having fun? Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Is this real life, or is this just fantasy? Kind of caught in a landslide. What's going on here? There you go, everybody. Well, welcome to the party, pal. Thank you for joining me all this week, everybody. Thank you so much for being around here and helping out and being part of the family. Welcome new members to the channel. Welcome new members, especially new Gold Bagel members. Man, guys, welcome to the party. This is good stuff. BW, that was made on 5 days of AI calls, arm folding. I took a 26% profit and also wrote 21% profit on 2 weeks of Sofi covered calls, bought back all of them and rewrote right away, in and out of the pool with shrinkage, baby. Dude, I price out my entire life in credit spreads. That's right, Uncle Bruce. That's how I do it now. Brian, BW, Seinfeld reference. Just beautiful. Absolutely. Shrinkage. Why not? Absolutely. This is a new world that you've entered. The option writing world. It changes all the mathematics in your life. Changes everything. You start thinking completely differently. You also start thinking about, well, if I do this, I can buy another deep in the money call. I can write another contract. If I get this done and do that, I can bring enough money in to now do another credit spread trade. I can now write more contracts. Every time I write more contracts, I bring in more money. I get a raise every time I write more contracts. I get a raise every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, every month I get a raise. I don't get a raise at work, ever. They don't give me a raise. I have to ask for a raise. Then I get my 2%. Here, I get a raise every week, and it's not 2%. It's so much more. Yeah, is there a reason people are quitting their day jobs around here? Oh, yeah. Dude, this is why I'm so bad at stink bids and offers. I'm all credit spread brained here. BW, dude. Yep, when someone says, I bought X, I go, that would have been X number of calls or puts to buy and the same, and not drain my bank account ever again. That's right. It's now all about option trades. Beach Boy, the 1% don't know what's coming now with that Savage has crossed over. He's crossed over. They don't know. BW, Brian, always time for Seinfeld. Always time for Seinfeld. Savage of Wall Street. In my freaking underwear, drinking coffee, having tapas, watching it rain outside. Must be cold, but I don't care because all I need to pay TGE heat is a 1 AI covered call. That's all I need to pay. That's all I need to pay it. I can cover the bills. Yeah, one of those contracts, a couple of those contracts, one of those, and I got everything done. Okay, I know what I need to do now. I have my motivation. Kids, become part of the crowd. Why not? JR, Brian, and Monty Python. Neat. Love Seinfeld, says not all liquor. I love it. Folks, we've got to go. We're up 2 cents on your SoFi, 8.44. Now we're at 8.46. We're up a little further. GameStop is up 4. Qs are up. Spiders are up. AI is up. Rocket Lab is up. The market's up 83 points on the Dow. Thank you all for coming through here and hanging out with us again today. Love all of you guys. The Big E, neat. Thank you all for joining us and being part of the show this day of Friday, January the 5th, 2024. Thank you, those of you on the rerun, hitting the thumbs up button for us. We have 170 thumbs up in the house. The poll question: because of this channel, I now write more than 50 contracts a month. 85 votes are in. 71% of you say, I write between 50 and 100 contracts every month. 100 to 250 is 15% of you. 250 contracts to 500 contracts, 2% of you. And more than 500 contracts a month, 12% of you say, yep, I write more than 500 contracts a month because of this channel. Guys, thank you oh so very much. The knee emojis are coming in. Savage of Wall Street, BG, stop it. I'm going to fly economy my whole life unless I get upgraded for free as usual because my airline credit card status, laughing out loud. Economy plus us, noise, no roaches or anything, noise. BW Bruce, a donation of $100 for you, my friend. Legit. This is legit. But buy what you want or don't. Those that know what Uncle Bruce teaches already know. Come and join the party, pal. Thank you very much, my friends, for these donations. Super chat donations, PayPal donations, picking up the classes, picking up the special for 5 for 4, hitting me up for a one-on-one. You guys are awesome. You're keeping us alive and enjoying life. We love it. I love it when you make money. Guys, you have to know this. I love it when you make money. That is the way it is done. For some of you, thinking about making a $100 donation to me because I helped you make money is unthinkable, because you're only writing 1 or 2 or 3 contracts at a time. You get into writing 20 and 50 and 100 and 1,000 contracts at a time, and you're pulling in 15 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand per contract. Right. You throw Uncle Bruce $100 here and there. It's a little tip. I thank you guys. I want a $100 donation for you guys to be a nothing burger, because I have volume here. I have viewers, and that's what I'm trying to build, is viewers. And that's what makes it work for us. Thank you, all of you, for taking these classes. You guys are awesome. That hip has been paid for. 40 grand Canadian went out the door. The doctor's got the dough. We got to get her in there. Pat Merkley, neat. Savage Wall Street. Buy the damn classes, you simpletons. Buy those classes, not a lurker. That is the way. Air Force. Who cares? Number 171, thumbs up. Good morning, everybody. John Anderson. Thanks, everybody. And thank you all for your support of this homeless YouTuber. Well, we're not homeless, really. We're just on the road here in the desert. We got an apartment waiting for us back in Calgary. We'll get to it. Don't worry about it. We'll get to it. It's all good. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful weekend this weekend. Get a lot of rest and make your moolah out there. They're just going to hand it to you. You've got to take the dough. Don't let these gamblers off the hook. They want to give you the money. Take the money. Start thinking about your expenses in option contracts. You'll quickly figure out ways to write more of them. It is such a juicy thing to think about. Well, yeah, if we buy that couch over there, it's 15 covered calls. We want to buy that lazy boy with the power recliner. That's 7 calls. We can do that. We can do 7 secured cash secured puts to get that. Yeah, start thinking in option contracts on everything financial. Your life will be completely altered for the good. Plus, you'll say goodbye to your day job sooner. Air Force to the rescue. Pab, and Leafs haven't won in 57 years. Oh, God, dude. And neat. Thanks, everyone. Inspired by you all every time. Let's get the terrific trifecta, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Thanks, dude. Savage of Wall Street. Have a nice day, folks. My kids woke up. The ruckus starts now. Okay, everybody. Beach Boy, take the money, leave the gun, take the cannoli. Ryan BW doesn't even have a job and he can spare $100. That's gold, Jerry. That's gold. Gold, Jerry. Gold. Why don't they call it round team? Why do they have to call it oval team? The jar's round. The lid's round. Why do they call it round team? I don't understand. Gold, Jerry. Gold. All right, guys. Have a great one. We'll talk to you later. See you guys.